Over 2,500 horses compete each week at the Winter Equestrian Festival. That's more horses than any other show like it in the world.
Yeah, these horses are super athletes, and they're specifically bred for this type of competition. They have some thoroughbred in them, race horses in them.
But despite bloodlines, superior ability, or just plain old good luck, it's the relationship between horse and rider that ultimately determines success.
You can't be successful at the top level without a personal relationship, and very rarely would anybody just sit on a horse and go in and compete like a jockey would in racing, for example.
I think like any good partnership, it's a lot of getting to know each other and the horse trusting you and you trusting the horse. At the end of the day, I think that's probably the most important thing in this sport. Once you've gone past the stage of having a horse that has the ability to compete, is then having the best partnership that you can with that animal.
You really develop a relationship with the horse that you're riding, and I've experienced that countless times. And I believe that when you have a horse that you have a real connection with, the successes are much greater and much more frequent. My best horse, Onira, I've had for 10 years, and he's 17 now. I bought him, just coming 7. And we did everything sort of for the first time together. I won my first equitation final on him. He taught me everything for the first time.
When you have a good horse and you have good training, you really feel confident to do whatever you need to, and whatever class that you're going into. If you feel ready and prepared, you feel confident. And that was a great start for me, and that was a great horse.
Although the age of riders can vary greatly, most horses in events like show jumping and dressage typically start their careers around the age of 5.
You want to have them working on the Grand Prix around 8 or 9, which is our highest level of competition. So yeah, most of the upper level horses are a little bit, 10 or older. It's not uncommon in a Grand Prix ring to see a 17-year-old horse doing well. It's really, they take that long to develop and mature. The whole combination of the horse and the rider and how you really have to work together, and you see it's really a lot about a partnership, and the communication between the two has to really be in sync for it to work and look like it's supposed to.
But how does a rider know if they have the right horse?
At 22, I didn't know what I was looking for, honestly, but I got lucky, and what I did know when I tried him was that he had heart, and that's really important.
You have to have a mindset that really has some discipline in it if you want to be really top level, that you can set a program, you can stick to the discipline of your program, but you also have to have feeling. You have to be able to interact with your horse. You can't just sit up there and treat them like a robot. And by the same token, you need a horse that enjoys the sport, that finds the moving of his joints and his limbs fun, and loves the routine of everyday dressage. Is really about routine.
Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Some people are very cool under pressure, which is a great asset when you're riding Grand Prix, especially here where the classes are so competitive, they're so fast, and it's a matter of inches and hundredths of a second that are from 1st to 5th.
And in a sport where the winner can be determined by the smallest of margins, a good partner can make all the difference.
If I had to choose, if I'd rather have the great mare, stallion, or gelding, I would choose to have a great mare, because for whatever reason they seem to fight harder and they seem to try for you, and if you really trust them and they trust you, I think they're unbeatable that way.
They're very humble creatures, and they give you a lot of respect, and they really give back what you give them. It's wonderful to work with an animal like that.